When Marvin lost his wife at 69, everyone around him offered the same advice. You're still young enough to find someone new. It sounded comforting, logical even. No one wants to picture their golden years in solitude. So after 2 years, Marvin started dating again. He met someone. They shared meals, laughter, long walks. But as time went on, something unexpected happened. The quiet joy Marvin had found in his solitude began to slip away. His routines changed. His sleep suffered. Small disagreements turned into bigger ones. And for the first time in years, he found himself feeling not companionship, but tension. When he finally stepped back, when he chose to be alone again, he said something that stayed with me. I didn't feel alone when I was by myself. I felt alone when I had to lose myself to keep someone else happy. We live in a world that praises love stories, lifelong partnerships, and for many, those connections bring deep meaning. But the truth that doesn't get talked about enough is this. For some people over 65, choosing to stay single isn't a sad outcome. It's a wise decision. It's not about giving up on love. It's about choosing peace, choosing rest, choosing yourself. Being single later in life doesn't mean being lonely. It can mean freedom. It can mean stability. It can mean waking up each day with no one to compromise for, and no tension pulling at your chest. For many seniors, it is the very thing that allows them to thrive. Today, we'll explore 7 powerful reasons why staying single after 65 might not just be better, it might be the best decision you make for your health, your happiness, and your heart. And stay with me through reason number 7. It's the one no one talks about, but it affects more people than you might imagine. Let's begin. Reason 1. Emotional stress from conflict. No matter how compatible two people seem, relationships, especially new ones, come with conflict. Misunderstandings, clashing habits, differences in how you see the world. When we're younger, these struggles feel like a normal part of learning and growing. But after 65, the equation changes. Your energy isn't the same. Your tolerance for drama wears thin. And what once felt like a minor disagreement can now echo through your mind and body for days. What many older adults come to realize is that emotional stress affects them more deeply now than ever before. Your nervous system slows down with age. Recovery from stress takes longer. Sleep becomes more fragile. And the emotional toll of repeated arguments, even small ones, can lead to fatigue, anxiety, even depression. Take Edith, for example. She was 73 when she entered a new relationship after a decade of living alone. At first, it was exciting. She loved having someone to talk to over dinner, someone to walk with in the evenings. But soon, disagreements started popping up. He criticized the way she managed her time. She found his constant phone calls overwhelming. What began as affection turned into control. And the stress of defending her boundaries brought back old wounds she thought she'd healed. After 6 months, Edith ended the relationship and described the relief as like getting a full night's sleep after years of tossing and turning. This kind of emotional weight is not rare. Many seniors carry past traumas from previous marriages, lost partners, or family conflicts. A new relationship can unexpectedly trigger those old wounds. And while companionship might sound comforting, it should never come at the cost of your inner peace. Staying single means fewer emotional landmines, fewer emotional roller coasters. It means choosing calm over chaos, peace over pressure. And for many, that trade is not only worth it, it's life-saving. Roger thought he'd found happiness again. At 68, reconnecting with his high school sweetheart felt like a gift. Within months, she'd moved in. At first, small gestures, dinners out, weekend trips, new furniture for their home. Then he noticed his savings shrinking faster than rainfall in July. Her taste ran expensive. His budget didn't. When he finally mentioned it, sharp inhale, the silence that followed lasted longer than their entire courtship. Reason 3. The slow erosion of self. Margaret had her routines. 60 years of them. Tea at 3:15. The crossword in blue ink. Gardening gloves hung just so by the back door. Then came Henry, who used milk straight from the carton, left cabinet doors hanging open, played the television, like it was competing with a hurricane. After 6 months, Margaret couldn't find herself in her own home. Not in the cluttered kitchen. Not in the noise-filled living room. Not even in the mirror anymore. Reason 4. When caregiving becomes a life sentence. They met at bingo. Both 71. Both laughing at their terrible luck. What George didn't know, as he held the door for Helen that night, was that within a year, he'd be lifting her in and out of the bath, counting out 14 different medications, watching the woman he loved disappear piece by piece, while the man he was disappeared right alongside her. The cruelest truth? Some loves don't set you free. They nail the coffin shut while you're still breathing inside. Reason 5. The children who become strangers. Eleanor's daughter stopped calling. Just like that. After 42 years of Sunday dinners, of Christmas mornings, of phone calls just to hear your voice, Mom. All because Eleanor dared to want companionship after burying her husband of 47 years. The silence from her grandchildren hurt more than any arthritis. Reason 6. The freedom you'll never get back. Jack dreamed of RV trips, of waking up in new towns, of eating pie in diners where nobody knew his name. Then came Marjorie, who got carsick, hated greasy spoon food, needed her own pillow, her own thermostat setting, her own way, every single day. The RV sold after 3 months, along with Jack's dreams. Reason 7. The lie we all believe. We don't want you to be lonely. As if loneliness only lives in empty rooms. As if it can't grow in crowded beds, during tense silences, across dinner tables where two people have never felt further apart. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is to stop apologizing for wanting your life exactly as it is.